when you go on tour, you get sort of like used to the heat and all that before you get dispersed out to your operations. So as soon as I got dispersed out to my operations, within 3 weeks, I took that shot, which I didn't know I broke the world record.
When did you know you broke the record? Who told you? Did somebody whisper to you, or?
No. When I came back to England, we have a medals parade, like you get your ribbons and all that to say welcome home, and the media is welcome into the camp to interview you and talk to you. And I spoke to this gentleman, and I said that, you know, I was a sniper, also a sergeant in charge of these guys. And he said, can you tell me a story? And I told him the story of my shot. And he said, do you realise you broke the world record? You beat Rob Furlong's record, the Canadian guy, by, you know, a long way. And I went, no, I didn't. And when it went into the papers, that's when me and my wife got death threats, and we had to go in hiding for 3 years.
Oh, because they put it in the papers. And
Yeah.
you don't, as a sniper, you definitely don't want that.
No, it was my wife's name, my daughter's name, my dog's name, where I lived, where I was born, where I was raised up, everything was in the papers. And funny enough, my wife said, I've got a bad feeling about this. I've got a bad feeling about this. And everyone just kept saying to her, you know, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. And then there was another clip in the paper, because of the two guys that I shot were Taliban leaders. They wanted to cut my head off and kidnap me, and to teach me a lesson.
And so what did you guys have to move just to make sure you were safe? Did you go to a different place so they couldn't?
Yeah, we went into secure housing, and then we moved to America for 3 years.
Just for that one event. And this is 2 people you took out, right, at this event? It's
Yes, it is, yeah. 2 people.
And the 2,475, for some people that maybe can't visually see what, that's about half a mile we're talking about, right?
Just over 1.5 miles, yeah.
Just over 1.5 miles is what that's right, 1.5 miles is what we're talking about. So,
yeah.
So 2 there, 80 total, 13 in that one Afghanistan. What was the biggest difference between the first kill versus the last one? First confirmed kill versus the last one. Was there a big difference emotionally, where the last one is like, you know, boom, it's a job, I'm moving on. The first one, you're like, oh my gosh, did I do, you know, what was the biggest difference for you?
That one, when I first got a first shot, and, you know, and onto my target, you feel like you're in trouble. You feel like you're in trouble. You think, Christ, I've killed someone. You know, somebody's going to tap me on the shoulder and say, you know, can we have a quick word with you? You know, why did you do this? Why did you do that? Because I didn't know. You know, it's my job at the time. And then you don't get blasé, but you sort of get into the rhythm of things when you're taking targets out. You don't look at them as human beings. You just look at them as the job, the operation that you need to do to take that target out.
Is there any one of them that you had to do where there were it was so technical because there were kids involved, and you had to try to get the target that you had in a climate where there are kids around? And the only reason I think about this, I think about it from the movie. You know, the movie with yeah, where I interviewed his wife. I had her on Taya. And you know that one scene where there's kids is like, oh my gosh, how do I do it? What do I do in this angle? Was there ever a, you know, situation like that you were in?
Yeah, there was. Yeah, in Iraq, in Basra itself, where it was in a place, a little place called the Pijok, and there was only like 12 of us at this location, and it was a police station, basically. And every night, the insurgents used to come up and try and break into the prison to release all the people in the prison. So our job was to take the insurgents out. But from 11 o'clock at night till 5 o'clock in the morning, it was like the gates of hell. So when 5 o'clock comes, the marketplace opens and then you get everyone, it's really busy.
Got it.
You know, but you can still see your targets. So you end up tracking them. You end up observing, you end up finding out where they go, where they hold up. And when the night comes, you're back on that target and where they are, and you end up taking that target out.
It's wild just thinking about it, you know, on that war. Was there any one of the 80 that you afterwards, minus the first one, because it's the first one you were experiencing, was there any one of them where you relive quite a lot in your own mind? One that you constantly think about, or no?
Yeah. It's hard to talk about.
Okay, so there is something that in your mind it goes back. And is it more about something where I should have done it this way, I should have done it that way, or was it just a setting that you keep reliving?
Just the whole scenario. I should have done it different, you know.
So if you like this little short clip from an interview I did, click over here to watch the entire interview. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.